Hello friends, welcome to SATI Learning. Today we will learn disaster recovery management using AWS Cloud. Let's go to the lab. So this is the architecture diagram I have drawn. So we have the users. User is accessing the application. For example, we can mention Google or like Amazon or Flipkart or any other website. Okay, and they have a primary server installed in US West region. Okay, and I assume if the primary server is going down, and how they will manage the situation. So they are having the secondary server running in US West 2. So automatically the cloud will enable the secondary server whenever the failover comes actually. So they are having two servers. One is the primary server and another one is secondary server. So the user is hitting the internet, for example www.amazon.com, and it will go to the DNS server. Here there will be a DNS server actually. So in our case I have brought one DNS server name from GoDaddy. Okay, and so we will create the root 53 configuration in AWS. So all the DNS name we will configure in GoDaddy. So whatever the IP address we are hitting, so that will be goes to GoDaddy first, and it will recognize it's a root 53 DNS. So via the internet gateway it will hit the root 53. So then we have created the VPC, and VPC we have the public subnet, and in the public subnet we have provided the IP address range actually. Okay, so and we have created the security group, and we have enabled the HTTP port here, and allowing our web application over the internet. So and we have created the EC2 server. In the EC2 server we have deployed one Apache web server, and we have deployed one sample application, and we are hitting this. So when we are switching off this server, then this root 53 should change the primary to the secondary. Okay, and so we should start using the secondary server, and this secondary server having the auto scaling also we can configure. Okay, and auto scaling up and down we can configure, and it will scale up for based on the productivity actually. And for example, if you are using the 3-tier architecture, web tier, app tier and data tier, in data tier we should replicate the data between both the region actually. So that's in a larger picture. So in today lab we will use the default VPC and the default subnet, and we will use the default internet gateway. So because of the times constraint, so I am not creating a new VPC and internet gateway, so I am using the existing one. So let's go to the lab. So here I am creating one web server using US West 1 region. So I am going to instances and creating the new instance. Free tier only. So I am selecting the Linux T2 micro. So I am selecting the availability zone US West 1A, and enable the public IP address. Here we are using the default VPC. Here we will provide the startup script, bootstrap script. So I have provided the bootstrap script, and I have created the index.html file. Security group SSH to login via PuTTY, and I am adding HTTP, and I will name this security group web server 1 security group. So let's create a new tree. Launch the instance. So meantime we will go and create the web server 2 in US West 2 region. West 2 region. So we are launching the instance web server 2. So let's go to the US West 1. We will name this as a web server 1, and it's running. We'll check the website. So US West 1 web server 1 is running. Now we will go and check the US West 2 server. So it's initializing. So web server 2 is running. We'll check the instance. Web server 2 is running and web server 1 is running. So let's go to the Route 53. Let's open a new tab so that it will be easy for configuration. So let's create the DNS zone. So here we need to give the correct DNS zone actually. So here I have created in GoDaddy I have created one DNS naming server satilearning.in, and so we should use this. So if you are not if you don't purchase any DNS server, like you please purchase from GoDaddy. So like you can spend from 500 to 1000 rupees per year, so you can create one DNS name. and it's a public hosted zone, and the tag is not mandatory, so we will create the hosted zone. So now we got the IP address for the hosted zone. Actually, we need to configure this in GoDaddy. So I'm changing the DNS. So I'm updating the name servers in GoDaddy, so that whenever we are hitting satilearning.in, it will redirect to the AWS. So it's updated. So now we need to go and create a health check. Create a health check. Web server 1. What to monitor? We are monitor the endpoint, and we will use the IP address. So the IP address is we are monitoring the HTTP port, actually port number 80. So this is the IP address of the web server 1, and this is not mandatory because we are using the IP address. So better we will mention our domain name. So we are listening the application in port 80, and we are index.html. So we are referring the index.html. So the server will monitor the index.html is available or not in port number 80 in this public IP address using HTTP protocol. So in the advanced configuration and failover threshold, we will configure as a 1, actually. Like in first attempt, it will mention like the server is down. And so health check region, so these are the default region provided by AWS, and we can customize. So we need to provide a minimum 4 region, actually. So we will use the user recommended one. Now click on next, and we are not creating alarm. We will create the health check, and we will create health check for the web server 2. HTTP IP address is IP address of the web server 2. So here also, like, we have index.html. So here we will have the replica of the production environment here. So in advanced configuration, we will change this to 1, so that like we can quickly test, actually. Create a health check. So the status is unknown, so it will take a few minutes to change the status to healthy. So I will pause the video. I will come back once this status updated to healthy. So status is updated to healthy. So we can hit this URL and check our environment is success or not. The health check which we created is success or not. Yeah, it's fine, actually. So the next step is we will go to the dashboard, and we will open the hosted zones. and we will create a record set. So this is very important actually. So we have a simple routing and weighted routing and geolocation routing and latency, failover and multi-value answer. So in our lab we will take the failover. So when the primary is go down, and it should defaultly redirect our request to the secondary site actually. We will take the failover case. So here we can give the subdomain name. I am giving AWS. It's not mandatory because satlearning.in is working fine. So we will take the record type A, so IP address, and we will change this TTL seconds to 30 seconds so that we can test this fast. Choose the endpoint. We will use the IP address, and we will copy paste the IP address of the web server 1. So failover type is primary. So this is the primary web server, and health check which we created, it will defaultly it will come in the drop down. We will select the web server 1, and the record ID we can give any name. Web server 1 I am giving actually. Define failover and create the record set. So in same way we will create a record set for web server 2. We will select the failover. Next we will give the same one, AWS type A. We will give the 30 seconds. We will define the failover record. The endpoint is IP address. We will copy paste the web server 2 IP address. We will select failover record type as secondary, and this health check is web server 2. Here web server 2 I am typing, and create the health check. So now everything is fine actually, and we will go to health check. So both the environment are up. AWS start satlearning.in. So this is US web, best one web server which we created here actually. So yes, best one web server. So this is the web server, it's pointing. So now what we will do is, like, we will go and stop the web server 1. So we should not stop in here actually, because if we stop here, so the IP address of this environment will change actually. So we will change we will log in via PuTTY. So I have logged into web server 1. So and I am stopping the server. So now we will go and check the Route 53. So both the environments are healthy. So it will take 30 seconds to refresh this status. We will wait for a few seconds. I think it's taking some time. Yeah, so now it's unhealthy. So it took me around 1 to 2 minutes for making this health check as unhealthy. So now we will refresh this. So this aws.satelllearning.in is pointed to ES West 1 web server. So now we will refresh this. See, like if you see here, like now this disaster recovery is pointing the US West 2 web server. So the secondary web server actually. So now if we refresh the page again, or like we will open this in a new tab, we will open in new private tab. So it's opening in web server 2 actually. So like this is the lab which we done today for disaster recovery using AWS. So thanks for watching the video, and please subscribe our channel. Please like and share with your friends, and if you have any comments, please provide in comment section. So if you need any video related to project management or cloud, Java or any other technology, please provide me in comments. I will create a video and share it with you. Thanks for watching the video.